For the top three opportunities and challenges facing the Anglican Church of Canada today, I'm going to paint in a bit of a broad brush. We can all do specific examples, like we can say, well, the church needs more people, or the church needs more money. Well, that works, but it doesn't, because every community and congregation has its own way of doing things, or it has its own challenges. And to point in a specific direction, most congregations that I've ever worked with or worked for have always said, well, we've tried that, or it doesn't work, or we don't know how. So I'm going to paint in a broad brush and work with me because all three of these points actually flow together. But the first point is vision. The church's vision is to share the love of Christ. And while we can say, yes, of course, we know that, but actually it shouldn't be treated that way. Sharing the love of Jesus Christ and I put deed first, in deed, word, and thought, is our true method of operation for all that we do. It should be for every Christian, as much as we do, and we all grow into this, is that we love our communities. We love creation. We love everybody we meet. And we love people who are not congregations. We love people who are not Christians. Why? Because Jesus Christ, what he did for all of humanity, and what he did for us as individuals. He gave us a commandment to love. He didn't give us a suggestion. He didn't say consider it. He said he told us to love. And when we can reclaim that and make that our first thought every day when we wake up and our last thought when we go to bed, it changes and transforms us into something greater. And not just as individuals, but it transforms congregations. It inspires, it makes us truly welcoming, truly open to say yes, we love these people, or we love this community, or we love every single person we meet. Without this vision, or if we treat it as an assumption, we get caught up in all kinds of other things. And so this vision is the core root of what we have to reclaim and continue to reclaim as a church, which leads me into the second point, which is I find and feel that there needs to be a greater theological and spiritual catechesis in our churches. We have the love as our vision, and everything we do, our liturgy, our prayers, our scriptures, everything we do, and all our actions, our fundraisers, everything churches do is for that. But if we don't teach the whys of that love, and the whys, and how everything came to be, and how everything developed, and how our spiritual lives have grown, if we can't teach that and communicate that, nobody will know. And not only will nobody know, we won't feel as empowered in what we do. We'll just go and we'll say the words, we'll go through the routine, but we won't have that spiritual and educational knowledge to say, this is my faith, this is how I feel. And it doesn't have to be broad, grand, or deep theological understanding. If we can understand and share the understanding, even if we can explain to somebody the hymn, Jesus Loves Me, and what that actually means for us as individuals or as a community. And when we can do that, maybe we can teach and share this with congregations, which leads us into the third point, which is courage. I've found in the church, and this is broad, is that we're not courageous with our faith. And this isn't a matter of being courageous to go to a street corner and preach to the masses. No, this is about the courage to be able to say to our friends, yes, I'm going to church. I have to leave this party because I'm going to church on Sunday morning, or I can't stay up late, or I'm going to go help at a soup kitchen. This kind of courage that will be able to, for us, to be confident in our self-giving, confident in our love of Jesus Christ, that we're not afraid to love others, that we're not afraid to be able to stand up and live in a different way, not in a judgmental or a preachy way, but in a way of a presence and an action that inspires and encourages that love with others. That's true courage. And when we have the vision and we have the knowledge, then we're confident in who we are and what we're doing. And when we can reclaim all three of these points, I feel, and I've seen it in not only congregations I've worked in, but in other congregations. When we have these three things working and we reclaim all of them, we all get stronger. Congregations and communities get healthier. And as a bishop, I would work on all of these things and work with the clergy leadership, work with parish lay leadership and diocesan lay leadership, work with congregations to say, how do we love? How can we love? What do we need to learn in all of this? And then the courage will follow. And a lot of this has to do with role modeling. I would be expected, as a bishop, to role model this for others. I would expect clergy to, as everybody's lives are different, to role model that themselves. And the beautiful thing is, if we don't know how or we're not sure, we can talk about it. It's not a matter of being perfect. It's a matter of growing into these roles and into this life together. And as a bishop, I would have to role model that and grow into that myself. Because I am constantly recalled into the vision of that love of Jesus Christ. I am constantly teaching myself the whys and the hows through reading and through my prayers. And I'm constantly challenged to be courageous in a very multicultural, multi-contextual world. Whereas with that love, it keeps us grounded. And it allows us to be able to sit firm and say, I love all of these people. I don't have to agree with them, but I have to love them. And I can share that with everyone we meet.